Welcome back to another episode of Boys from the Bridge. This is an official channel dedicated to yours truly, Chelsea Football Club, and football in general. Everything you want to know, everything you need to know. It happens right here, right now. Let's get into it. So, today is a preview game to our game against KRASNODAR that is happening on Wednesday. This is the second game of the Champions League. All the teams in our group are level now on 1 point. So this is a big opportunity to leapfrog those teams, get a good goal difference and go first. I am still feeling a little bit frustrated about the game on the weekend against Manchester United, as I believe we should have won. We should have definitely got that penalty, and therefore we could have taken the 3 points at the end of the game. The last 2 games we've played now have both been draws. Good that we've managed to keep a clean sheet, but also, you know what? We love to see goals going in. I would love to see chances created, more opportunities going forward. I feel like the last couple of games our attack has been a bit lackluster, unfortunately to say that, but I believe against KRASNODAR this is a great opportunity for us to rotate our squad, give some players that haven't had an opportunity recently to get a run out, and also build on some of the players' fitness. I will be discussing all the relevant news that you need to know for this game, a predicted lineup, injury news, and more. Before I get into it, I'd really appreciate if you could please hit the like button for this video so I know that I should carry on making videos. Hit the subscribe button so you can get all my videos as soon as I make them, and leave a comment in the comment section below, as I believe your comment is important and I'd love to hear from you. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I am very excited about this Champions League game that's happening. We are going all the way to Russia to play KRASNODAR. Now KRASNODAR may not be the most prestigious club, no offense or disrespect to them, but they are still in the Champions League for a reason, so we must not undermine them. They can still cause us a lot of problems. Their best player, however, is injured in Wonderson. He is 26 years old, he's Brazilian, and he's probably the best dribbler in the Russian league. So luckily for us in our defense, he is injured, but they still have some other players that we have to worry about. I really want to see some free-flowing football, some creativity, some good defense, and a gelling between the team. Like I said earlier, this is the perfect opportunity to, rest some of our players that look extremely tired and give players a chance that haven't featured yet or haven't played much at all. I'll be going through my predicted lineup and also give you a predicted score. My predicted score for this game is going to be 3-0 to Chelsea, and I'm going to go through the lineup now. So, in goal, being the man of the match for the last 2 games in a row, against Sevilla and against Manchester United, I'm going to have to go with Mendy. Kepa is unfortunately injured for this game, and so is Billy Gilmour. But it looks like Billy Gilmour is going to be back after the international break, which is happening in a couple of weeks. So I look forward to that, seeing him back as he hasn't featured a long time, and he will allow Kante to also get some rest, as without Kante in the team at the moment, our defence doesn't feel as solid, and we don't seem to have midfielders that we can trust on the defensive side. So with that being said, I am going to be putting Mendy in goal. As you can see now, I think that Mendy needs to keep going with these run-off games as he's brought a lot of confidence. I like to see Caballero, but I think the Champions League is a huge trophy for us. I think when we play in other competitions, Caballero will feature, or Kepa when he is back from his shoulder injury. Mendy has been a huge player for us over the last few games. Our defence looks so much more comfortable, more confident, and everyone looks a lot more relaxed when he's in goal. Moving on to the right back position. Now Reece James has been sensational this season, probably one of our best players. He is very gifted and talented young English right back, and I think he's going to have a huge future at Chelsea and also in England. But I think, Reece James is young, but he's been playing a lot. So if I was Frank Lampard, I would give Reece James a break. I think he will be on the bench, and he definitely will have some involvement later on in the game. And therefore, Captain Fantastic, who played very well against Manchester United, is going to get reinstated in that right-hand position. So I'm going to be putting Cesar Azpilicueta at right back, his experience, his leadership. And also he hasn't got much game time this season, so this is the perfect opportunity to put Azpilicueta on the right and give James's legs a bit of a rest. Next to Cesar Azpilicueta, I think that Thiago Silva has been phenomenal over the last few games. Didn't have the best debut against West Brom. Made huge strides and improvements since then. I think he needs to be rested. As you know, he is getting on the old side. I want to keep him as fresh as possible. We have a game against Burnley on the weekend, so I think this is a vital opportunity for him to feature against Burnley. But for this game, I'm going to rest him and put the likes of Tomori next to Azpilicueta. I think Christensen could go against Azpilicueta, but Christensen hasn't been great the last few games. He's been very inconsistent and his form hasn't been good. He played very well for Denmark however when they played against England, but Tomori hasn't got any runs really this season. I think this is a perfect opportunity for Tomori to start, show why he's so valuable to the squad and he was such a big player last season, and therefore Tomori is going to be starting next to Azpilicueta. Now, I don't want to change the defence too much for this game, and therefore Zuma, who had a very solid game against Manchester United, will be alongside Tomori. Zuma has been making a few mistakes in the game against Sevilla and also on the game against Southampton, but he did have a very good game last game against United, and I think that for his confidence, he should start. He didn't look that tired, so I think this is a good opportunity for Zuma to start alongside Tomori. That partnership is good. We've seen it before last season. I wasn't sure whether maybe Alonso, Emerson would start on that left-hand side, but you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Alonso at the moment. He had an awful game against West Brom, and therefore I am not putting him on the left-hand side, nor Emerson. I'm going to stick with Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell hasn't actually played that many games for us this season since he's had an ankle injury. So this is a perfect opportunity to put Ben Chilwell on the left-hand side, get some more confidence in this competition as he hasn't featured that many times in the Champions League, and also build up his fitness and link up play with the Chelsea squad. Moving on to the midfield. Now, Kovacic was our best player last season. He was phenomenal last season, and he unfortunately hasn't featured this much this season due to the likes of Jorginho getting picked over him. Jorginho has been playing well, although I think this is a perfect opportunity to play Kovacic. Kovacic is very different from Jorginho in the fact that Jorginho always looks for balls over. He's not the quickest, Jorginho, and he's not the best defender, whilst Kovacic is a better dribbler, he's a better defender, and he is better on the ball in my opinion. He just doesn't have that ability such as Jorginho, like almost Fabregas did, with picking up the right pass in the right moment. But Kovacic should play this game. It will allow Jorginho to rest, and Kovacic will be vital to us winning this game. Next to him, I would say if Billy Gilmour was fit, I would start Billy Gilmour in order to rest Kante. But since he's not fit, I will start Kante next to Kovacic, due to the fact that if we don't have Kante in our team and we had to put Jorginho or another midfielder there, our defence does seem a bit open. Kante played extremely well on the weekend. He didn't have the best game against Sevilla or Southampton before that, but he was all over the pitch against United, and this is what I love to see. This is the player that we signed and has played brilliantly for us over the last few seasons, and therefore Kante is going to be next to Kovacic in that midfield. Moving forward, the likes of Havertz has played very well this season. I think he deserves a break though. Mason Mount didn't play the last game. He only came off the bench. I think this is a good opportunity to play Mason Mount in that central attacking midfielder. I know Frank Lampard has also played him on the wing a lot this season, but I don't think Mason Mount is a winger. He's a midfielder, he likes to open up the play, and he's not a quick winger with all that skill. He offers different attributes to this Chelsea team. I think him playing in that central attacking midfielder behind the striker, he can feed the ball to the striker and to the wings extremely well, and he also can track back and help the defence. Therefore, Mason Mount is going to be the CAM for this game. We still haven't seen the best of Pulisic. He has been playing on the right recently, but obviously everyone knows his best position, and the position he prefers is on that left-hand side, so he can cut in onto his right foot. He does have an exceptional ability on both feet, but he does love that left-hand side. I think this could be a good opportunity for him to play more, get more confidence and into his rhythm, as we still haven't seen the best of him this season. He is still recovering from an injury that he picked up in the FA Cup final against Arsenal, so we have to give him a little bit of time. We should actually rest Pulisic for this game. We don't want to overwork him. He can always come off the bench. So I think Callum Hudson-Odoi should start on the left-hand side for this game. Let me know what you think about that. He hasn't featured much. He almost went to Bayern Munich and we desperately wanted to keep him, so we have to play him. So Callum Hudson-Odoi should definitely start this game. This is a good opportunity to show his worth with the likes of Ziyech coming back. It's also going to be hard for him to get a regular position in this team. So this is a great opportunity to show his flair, his pace, his skills, and his attacking attributes for this game. Therefore, Callum Hudson-Odoi is going in on the left. On the right-hand side, we saw the likes of Ziyech come off the bench on the weekend. I think this is a good opportunity for Ziyech to potentially start this game. Frank Lampard did say he is very close to full fitness and can potentially start a game very soon. I think this is a very good opportunity for the likes of Ziyech to start this game, get some confidence, increase his fitness so he can get back to starting for Chelsea, even if he just plays 60 minutes. Moving in to the last position, the striker. Now our three strikers, Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham and Giroud, all offer something completely different. I think Timo Werner has played a lot over the last few weeks. I think Timo Werner should be rested for this game. It gives the likes of Tammy Abraham, Giroud to potentially feature. I think Tammy Abraham should start this game. He hasn't been given much of a chance this season. He had a big chance last season to start, which he scored a lot of goals. We should actually rest Werner completely for this game and put Giroud as a backup striker who can come on for Tammy around the 70-minute mark. I'm going to be talking about the three substitutions that I believe will come on in the game and have a big impact. The three substitutions are Giroud, who I think will come on for Tammy Abraham, offer something different and even score a goal. He will probably come on around the 70-minute mark. Christian Pulisic will also come on for Hakim Ziyech, I believe, and swap sides with Callum Hudson-Odoi, also around the 65-minute mark. It will also be a good opportunity for Christian Pulisic to stretch his legs and get some game time. The last substitution that I think will happen is Reece James will come on for Cesar Azpilicueta. His fitness hasn't been the greatest over the last few games, so I don't think he'll last a full 90. So James coming on for Azpilicueta around the 70-minute mark will be the right choice by Frank Lampard. Now these subs are all going to have a big impact on the game in the second half, but I believe hopefully this game will be put to bed before they even come on. I am going with a 4-2-3-1 for this game. I think this formation suits us very well, and the personnel playing in these positions are going to benefit from the formation. Now, I've put a blue flame behind players that I believe will have a big impact on this game, or either is a good opportunity for them to showcase their skills. The likes of Tomori hasn't played a lot this season, so therefore it's a good opportunity for him to start, show why he deserves a place in the starting lineup, and why he didn't go to West Ham on loan. The likes of Hakim Ziyech is exciting to see start, therefore it will also be an opportunity for him to gel with the teammates. Tammy Abraham, it's a good opportunity for him to show why he should be potentially starting ahead of Werner. And Callum Hudson-Odoi deserves a chance, and therefore he's got a blue flame behind him, because I think this is a perfect opportunity for him to show his pace, skills, and get an assist or a goal on the given day. This has been my predicted lineup for the game. I think that this lineup will get the job done in Russia. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no injuries will happen, or none of our Chelsea team becoming positive after COVID. Hopefully none of that's going to happen, touch wood. We'll all be fit and ready for the game against Burnley. It allows a lot of our starters to also rest, get a breather, as we have a lot of games coming very fast. This has been my preview video to our game against KRASNODAR. Stay tuned for my next video. Till then, keep well, look after yourself, have a good week, and see you later.